Hi everyone, this is WaterparkRanger, and we are starting up a brand new Let's Play today. It is Pikmin 3. Software update complete. Okay, that's great, because I don't want anything getting in the way of this live LP. This is actually the first LP that I've been recording live. You know, all the others I do post, but this is the first time I'm playing through a game, and I'm a huge fan of the Pikmin series, so I'd like to give my first impressions. For posterity's sake, you know? It'll keep things more fresh and interesting that way. I do intend to get 100% though. If there's narration, I'm not going to talk over it. I'd like you to hear the announcer's beautiful voice. Okay, sure. Guess we're going to rank globally in this. We're not going to be setting any records, believe me. We're not going for time. Just adventure. Okay. All these little technicalities.
Galactic date 20XX. At the far reaches of space lies a planet on the brink of ruin. The planet's name?
Did you mean Earth?
Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Kopai's inhabitants have all but exhausted their...
Thanks, Obama.
Their only hope is to find another planet with edible matter. Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space. To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless. Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a miraculous discovery. They mobilize to investigate the planet, which they name PNF-404. Kopai's last hope rests on three intrepid...
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Haven't quite decided who is who, though.
At last, the explorer's 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end. But as they initiate the landing sequence, something goes horribly wrong.
Ah, that's kind of a throwback to the first Pikmin. Remember where Olimar's ship breaks apart and they show the different ship parts like falling through the sky like meteors? I always loved that scene. And the music with it was really cool too. "8:44 a.m. Well, actually this definitely confirms it. If there was any doubt about it, now they're using AM and PM. Yep, the planet is Earth. Ugh. What happened? Oh, the Pikmin are so shiny. Damn, look at that snow. Just think about the snow textures from Pikmin 2. And of course, you know, this voice acting is new for the series as well, too. PNF-404. I guess that Ori is how he says Charlie. My crew! Oh. He lost his Nakama. This is actually a great character to begin playing as. I love how he says Brittany too. Oh, cool. Alright, it's official. I am now playing Pikmin 3. It's just me, or like, he walks kind of weird. Oh, there's the Pikmin. Can we change the camera? No, not from the looks of things. Nor can we punch, which is unfortunate, because I bet this guy would have a great punching arm. From what I can tell, They have the same effect from the Wii versions of Pikmin 2, where you can see yourself through the environment, like behind boundaries, you can see a faint outline of your body. Yeah, they have that effect. It's a little more subtle in this game. Wow. There are more of them! I have a feeling that the small quotes that he says are going to be a little harder to read due to the low quality that I have to record this at. Yeah, we came to the wrong neighborhood, buddy. Now, if this was Pikmin 2, we'd have found ourselves a treasure. Why are they coming closer? My whistle will scare them off. Oh, that's great. It's like he thinks he's under attack. I can't let it end like this! Get away from me! Oh my god. Disperse. Oh, so that's how it's done in this game. Interesting. You have to shake the nunchuck to dismiss the Pikmin. He's just... I love his expressions. There's something really Wind Waker-y about them. Alright, you point and press B to whistle and throw them with A, okay. And you dismiss the group by shaking the nunchuck. Yeah, great animation there, Nintendo. Alright, superb. Maybe these fellows can be of some use. Yeah. Now we're getting all utilitarian with these guys. Of course, we're going to go back and call the rest of the Pikmin, because we saw them just lounging about. This is unacceptable, as Olimar would say. I know some people were bummed about Olimar not being in this game. Aw, hey, the Pikmin called for the others to be thrown up. That's a new animation. Well, I mean, wow. I guess I'm going to be noting a lot of random new, somewhat insignificant facts, but I think that's cool. Oh, one of the things that's important about this game is you cannot swarm them manually, as you did in the previous titles. As in the GameCube game, you could use a C-stick to control them manually, and you can't do that in this game, evidently. Which I think will add a little bit extra challenge, so I don't mind it too much. From what I hear, there are other ways of getting Pikmin to coordinate in groups. Now, let's take out all these mushrooms. Right, that's how it's done. Nicely done. And I'm kind of wondering, can I punch yet? Nah, can't punch. I really hope you get to punch at some point in this game. I always looked for the punch feature. And the camera right now is moving on its own. Look, there's even more of them. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, what enormous mushrooms! It's just like the mushroom forest in Crystal Chronicles. They're getting bigger the further you get in, only we don't have a creepy Galadriel-esque narrator. Loving the animations on these exploding mushrooms. They're really satisfying. 29? Are we missing a Pikmin? Is there a hidden Pikmin? I'd like to make sure we're not missing a Pikmin. Aha! Now we have 30 Pikmin. 30 Pikmin for the 30 days of the original game. Oh! We have a crystal here. The Pikmin can't do anything about it, but it certainly seems like there's something back that way. Well, we'll have to remember this for later if we find a way of destroying crystals, you know? Don't yet know how we're going to do that. Oh, some mistletoe? Is that what that was? These guys sure are dedicated. Hang in there, little guys. Can we throw them? No. Good thing, too, because they'd land in the water and drown. But, I mean, that's just the kind of thing I'd test. Being the heartless bastard I am. Oh, man. What are those? They look dangerous. Well, you think everything looks dangerous, but to be fair, I mean, I guess I can't argue with him. Oh, God. Lit up the mushrooms and something happened. I know you can fight those things, but I decided not to, you know? Because I can only be so heartless, and they are, like, the innocent young of that monster that just ate Captain Charlie, so... I want to give them a chance to survive. Did that seriously only take 2 minutes? I felt like I played for a little bit longer. Anyway, now we are Blue Olimar, aka Alf. Oh, and there's our ship. And the sun. And there goes our ship. Let's see how many pieces it's in. Of course, the goal of this game isn't to rebuild the ship, it's something else. It's a miracle. I'm alive and somehow unharmed. As far as we can tell. Well, you did land in water. I love how he says Drake. Puts the accent, the rolling R, the Drake. We lost control and had to make an emergency escape. Okay. Ship's engineer, it's up to me. Engineer! So we have the engineer, we have the captain, and we don't yet know the role of Brittany, the third member of the crew. The third member of the DK crew. Is it just me, or is the camera just, like, super good in this game? Like, it just, without even pressing any buttons, it knows exactly what to show you. Oh, there's a red Pikmin. What was that? It was hilarious when the red Pikmin jumped, on the somewhat crappy TV that I'm playing on. The entire screen jumped. Maybe that's just the way the game was programmed, but I have a feeling that's not it. Anyway, I can't really... I mean, I have no complaints about the camera, because, like, it does its own thing, and it works just fine, so, like, wow. The camera's just, like, super in this game. Aww, no, Alf can't go back where he came from. That's too bad, because I really liked that shallow pool. Hey, there's a red Pikmin. And that is not a new enemy of any kind. That is an onion. They look different in this game. What's that stuck up on that branch? Is there anything I can do? Yes. That is the learning curve. Oh, perfect! Nice. I got the aim. Comes from practice with the Wii version of Pikmin 2. Which I actually believe is vastly inferior to the GameCube version. I was hoping that it was fruit, but it doesn't appear to be edible at all. Patapat. Alright. Yes, they seem very pleased that it's freed. How did they even manage to get their onions stuck like that? Dorks. Ooh, there's our Wii U gamepad. No, Alf, that is your enemy. It'll only make life more difficult. Oh well, we have to collect it anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll formulate a better opinion on the gamepad once I start actually using it in this game. Of course, because this is just an LP where you see the TV screen that I'm playing on, the gamepad is completely irrelevant. Anyhow, we got some thingies here. So, I mean... Oh, can we push them? Looks like it. Check out how they build that bridge by putting in the individual fragments. Now, that's cool. And they're trying to get the rest of them, so... Pikmin! Help me with this, will you? Good job. Now, honestly, if I could, I'd be picking up a fragment as well and, you know, helping to put it into place, but... Looks like I can't do that. And the camera's just... Wow. It just shows you exactly what you need. I mean, who knows, maybe it'll become problematic later, but so far, flawless. I mean, the camera controls have never been an issue in the Pikmin games because they're so well done. I could use some more helpers, but where the heck am I going to find some more helpers? Is there something I'm missing? I only see 4 Pikmin in the field. Can we go through here or something? No, we can't. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Alright, looks like they've got the bridge. Nice. Alrighty. Wonderful. The bridge is complete. Huh, the Pikmin, they're just following in such a cool little line. They don't normally do that without your special control. Look at the Wii U gamepad. Okay, I'm looking at it, and it says map data loading. Great, it still works. Of course, I'd expect nothing less from Copite Engineering. Oh, playing with a Wii U gamepad? Okay. I'll check my surroundings by tapping and sliding the Copad screen. Where's the Drake? Okay, looks like I've got to do a thing, so I'm going to grab the stylus. I should follow that signal. Okay. Sliding the Copad map will reveal more information. Yes, we see a cavernous route of some sort. And there it is. The SS Drake isn't that far from here. Yep, it really isn't that far away. Okay. Great. Maybe the other two members of the crew are here as well. I'd best head in that direction. Okie dokie. Well then, pellet posies. We know what to do with them. Is that red thing food? I love how he said that. Check out how I think the fractions are actually done differently in this game, as in, they're done correctly. Because remember the other Pikmin games, how they're programmed like the reverse way? That always annoyed my dad, and I guess kind of annoys me too. But they seem to have fixed it in this game. 2 over 1. That thing is popping out some sort of sprouts. Oh, they couldn't possibly be more Pikmin, could they? It acts like it's the first Pikmin we found. Of course. Ah, I see. So this is how these little creatures propagate. How incredibly fascinating. Okay. Well, looks like... Wow, even just by pressing the A button once, he plucks them all. Now that is luxury. Back in my day, you had to press the A button rapidly to pull multiple sprouts at once. And over here we got another pellet posy. Bring you down. And another one. Oh god! Shear grubs! But these are female shear grubs, so they won't bite. They won't do anything, as a matter of fact. So, we'll kill them. Ruthless criminals that we are. And there's my punch! My punch! It's working. Ah, the guy can punch again! Throw you right there. I know I've mentioned this before. This one's huge. Can we bring it down just by ourselves? Oh shit, it's got more defense in this game. Back in Pikmin 2, all pellet posies had the same amount of HP, but that seems to not be the case in this game. Which I like, actually. It makes sense because they're bigger and therefore stronger. Alright, well, what I'm gonna do, and now we can control the camera by pressing Z for it to face whatever I want to look at. Also, we can zoom in on things to get the description. This is a cardboard box. And we just click the Z button again to stop locking on. That is really convenient. So how about this? Can we lock into it? Yes, that's the pellet posy. And while we're locked on, we can throw the Pikmin. And the camera just swivels around whatever we've locked onto. And that is a 5 pellet. Now, I'm really liking this lock-on feature. I'm not saying Pikmin ever needed it, but wow, I'm so glad it exists. Like, this was a good innovation. Good job, Nintendo. It's funny, too, because I'm playing this on a very low-quality TV, just the only one that I got the chance to use. So I'm not even getting, like, the full, like, effect of how good these graphics look, but to me, they're very pleasing to the eye. Of course, later on, I'll probably be able to see exactly how much I was missing. But that won't be until my return playthrough. If it seems like I know some things about this game, even though I am doing it blind, it's because, well, of course, at being the rabid Pikmin fan that I am, I looked constantly for news updates and whatnot on this game as they were revealed. What I did not do was look at strategic, in-depth things on how to succeed at the game's puzzles or necessarily battles. So, in a sense, I'm going in fresh. So, 20. Oh, that's a heavy box. They used to not be that powerful. Let's see if I can do the special charge technique that I've heard about. Yes, it works! Now, what I just did there is I shook the nunchuck after locking onto something, and then the Pikmin swarmed at it. Which makes a lot of sense, because it dismisses them, only they're dismissed towards the target. And now that looks like a very tasty, juicy file of information. Perhaps a Copad will be able to read it. Yeah, very obligatory feature. Pikminology number 1. The onion is like a nest for the Pikmin. It both gives birth to them and provides them with shelter. Okay. Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to play with her. I'm understanding how you switch between the controls now. Excellent! The Copad can read the data files, so these creatures are called Pikmin. This information might come in handy later on. I'll save it in the Copad's exploration notes. Okay, so now we can refer to the Copad's exploration notes. I doubt that I'm going to do that because they seem to be, like, you know, just tutorial information for beginning players. I don't think Captain Charlie wrote this data file. So who did? Could there be other intelligent life forms on this planet? I love how he's like, I don't think Captain Charlie wrote it because Captain Charlie's illiterate. Oh, we can't go in that box. That's a shame. I bet you the Triforce was in that box, and now we'll never get to see what's on the other side. Can we lock onto that? No, it seems to no longer be interactable, so we can't lock onto it. Very relaxing level, this. You can't exactly... Hey, this plant makes sounds when you walk into it. It's like, wah, wah, wah. That's so weird. And we got a cave, ooh. No dungeons in this game, I'm really sad to say. If anything, that's going to be the one downside. I love the dungeons from Pikmin 2. If they make a Pikmin 4, I just hope they return. But yes, these mushrooms at least make a spectacular return. I enjoy breaking them down very much. Let's try that lock-on thing again. King Cat. What's a king to a god? In the meantime, I will try attacking that mushroom. It seems like, even though I punched it, I couldn't do any damage to it. Now, I know there's no reason for us to have to destroy these, but they're just so much fun to destroy. Let's see, can I lock onto this? No. I mean, it's pretty common knowledge that that's a glow cap. Who built this wall here? More signs of intelligent life. Dirt wall, yeah. Alright, take it down, man. I am loving this rush feature. It is like the coolest thing. I mean, there's a lot of coolest things about this game so far. The camera's excellent. Teamwork sounds like tempura when he says it. Alright. We got through the cave. What awaits us now? Ah, just the SS Drake. Superb. The Copad isn't picking up any signs of life in the immediate area. What am I supposed to do now? Well, the Copad sucks because you've got like a whole bunch of living things next to you. Incoming transmission. Who could it be? Oh, mystery man. Oh! Alf, it's me, Brittany. Do you copy? Thank goodness. You're with the SS Drake, right? I made it through the landing in one piece. I never heard of you. The thing is, I'm trapped somewhere. And I'm starved. Yeah, she probably ate her Copad, and that's why. I wonder how far away Brittany is. But at the very least, I'm thankful that she appears to be safe and sound. Albeit, very panicked, for sure. Huh, what's that strange sound? The sun is setting, which could mean that nocturnal predators are starting to wake up. Man, they sound ominous. I should probably get off the planet's surface for now. Yeah, good thinking. Yep, those are the sounds of Bulborbs in this game, I reckon. They sound different than they did in previous titles. As in, they just make more sound, generally. And now we're taking off. Team Rocket blasting off for the first time. We're going to have many agains during the course of our journey, of course. I love how my bootleg screen just shakes around whenever, like, anything that's, like, animated well occurs. At least that's probably not translating over to the LP. Hopefully. Most of the supplies we brought with us from Kopai were destroyed in the crash landing. Oh, that sucks, man! So now we only have 3 days' worth of edible provisions left. I guess they drink blue potions back in Kopai. They exhausted every other food. Starting tomorrow, I'll have to find some local food. Well, get a real restaurant. Don't go to, like, a chain like the Olive Garden, alright, Alf? And there's our population skyrocketing upwards. And that's the end of the first day. This might be a good place to leave it off. Yeah. We're just going to be taking off. Well, actually, we'll have this journal entry as the last thing we do. We're shipwrecked on this planet. Some creatures called Pikmin helped me find the SS Drake, but our cosmic drive key is nowhere to be found. We won't be going anywhere without that. Luckily, I made contact with Brittany, and we set out to find her tomorrow. When I took off in the ship, the Onion took flight as well. Odd, but amazing! Alright, super cool. I'm going to press A and see what happens. It'll probably take us to the next day. And sometime around then we'll leave off there saving automatically. Guess we'll make this the end of the episode. We'll do day 2 next episode. Alright? See you then.